To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Yeah. Yep, you're on, bro.
That's what's up. Long time no holler. It's your boy X-Rated, reporting live from R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego, California, where I was recently transferred to. And ultimately, it has been an upgrade for my parole experience and my preparation and my health, everything. Ocean breeze, peaceful environment. I'm attending all of these classes, man. Right now I'm doing Criminals and Gang Members Anonymous, and it's actually very helpful in terms of understanding insight and causative factors, underlying causes, things of that nature related to criminal behavior, how I develop these certain patterns and habits, the cycle of addiction in my personal life. Yeah, that's been useful. I'm still doing Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. I think, Friday evenings and then a Monday evening I go to those, and then Monday late afternoon I go to a health group, and Friday late afternoons I go to my Criminals and Gang Members Anonymous, so the schedule's thick. Simultaneously, I'm doing a PASS program, which, you know, I passed my first semester courses. I got 4 A's and 1 B. Was incredibly disturbed by my B, but I earned it because I was being an idiot in my response to one of my final exam questions. So I'm lucky I got that B. Tried to crack a joke where a joke hit the good crack. So fortunately, I got a B. I passed the course, but I wish I could take that back because I wanted A's, straight A's. But I fixed that in my second semester, which I'm doing now. So I take my final exams on the 28th, and then I'll get my degree in personal psychological development. We're going to keep going in a minute. It's going to be Dr. X-Rated in the flesh. Other than that, I'm working on my relapse prevention program. You know, when I come home, I gotta have it set up so that I'm actually being accountable to myself for making sure I'm out of trouble and I'm not drinking or using drugs and nothing like that. And, you know, I don't want to pee in a bottle and be back in prison after just doing so much time. You know, literally just because I didn't have no discipline. So I'm setting up a 90 in 90 days. I'll do 90 group meetings in an addiction program in 90 days, and I probably will have to go to a transitional house, a halfway house for 90 days, maybe. I'm not sure. However long they want me to go, that's what I'm going to do. Other than that, I'm working on my parole packet in general. You know, my presentation, where will you live, you know, with whom. Letters of support, that's a big one. So if anybody out there want to send a letter of support, we're going to put up a format, or actually Rich will put up a link on Facebook to show you where to go in order to see how to write one, you know, what the format is. And that goes for family, friends, fans, you know. I had a conversation the other day with a dude about, I think he was trying to insult my fans, you know. The dude was trying to imply that he was not being something that he was being, but he thought that I was judging him for it. It was a mistake. I actually judged him for judging my fans. You know, I love my fans. I've been a fan. I'm a fan of Quincy Jones. I'm a fan of Dr. Dre. I'm a fan of LeBron James. I'm a fan of Kobe Bryant. I'm a fan of victory in and of itself. So how somebody gonna think that I'm a criticize, you know, a fan? That don't make no sense. But that tells you something about the spirit of the man who did so. Anyway, that leads me to whoever wants to write a support letter, including fans, do so. If you've been inspired by my change, if something in the music has inspired you, you know, I get a lot of really good letters from people saying they went to college because of something I said, or like these young men write me about going to anger management groups because I started speaking about going to anger management. If that's true for you and you want to say so, you can send a letter, and that letter will be able to demonstrate that I've been having a positive impact on people out there, man, and that'll be helpful to me in my efforts to get home earlier. And speaking of getting home earlier, they moved my youth offender appearance up to March 17th at 1:30 p.m. here in San Diego. March 17th, 1:30 p.m. I'll go before two board commissioners, the district attorney, my attorney, myself, and a little bit of security detail will be there too, but ultimately it'll be the two commissioners, my attorney, the district attorney, and myself, going over my social history, my commitment offense, and my post-commitment factors, you know, what I've done since I've been incarcerated, how I behaved, what I've done to upgrade myself since I committed this crime and things like that. So, you know, it's a real deal thing.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
While, you know, I've done this work and everybody's supremely confident, you know, it's going to go well. It's going to go well, but there should be nothing. There should be no misconception about the fact that it's a serious thing. You know, it's a serious thing, and it's demanding, and it requires some respect. So I'm giving it the respect it deserves in my preparation, and at this point, I'm feeling very good about it. We hired Charles Carbone, who is a prisoner's rights attorney out of San Francisco, arguably the best prisoner's rights attorney in the United States of America, if not the world. And so that's by my side when I go into this particular experience I'm about to have. If Johnny Cochran was a prisoner's rights attorney, his name would be Charles Carbone. You know, that's how good he is. And I feel supremely confident in that particular thing. That if nothing else, you know, everybody's playing by the rules. I'm gonna respect the rules. They're gonna respect the rules, and that'll be that. And I realize that there's no global conspiracy against Andre Brown. You know, I'm not. It's a lot to learn to realize that you're not the victim in this circumstance. I'm not the victim in this circumstance. I spent a long time, I had to tell my people that recently that, like, I got 102 days left, and it's like that's the hardest thing ever to do, but it's like, you know, I'm not the victim in this circumstance. You know, I can't do 102 days, you know what I mean? What's the rush? Like, just take it easy, breathe. It's coming. There's nothing to be freaking out about. And I'm not the victim in this circumstance. You know, we got a real victim that don't got 102 days on earth to wait for nothing. You know, the truth is I'm not the victim. So keeping that in mind is what allows me to just do my thing and not be so self-centered and focused on my own particular experiences and anxieties. Because in comparison, just the fact that I can have an anxiety is a demonstration of something I took away from my victim. So that type of stuff you got to be ready for. So Charles Carbone will be there, and I think it's going to be pretty good. My point is saying no global conspiracy. I've been having people, you know, you got guys around here talking about what they went through at boards, you know, and how horrible the board was. And I'm looking at these dudes, you know, on the surface level, you never know. Then you start reading about what their experiences is, and it's like, come on, man, the dude is not an A1 human being. And I'm not interested in telling nobody that. You know, I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not getting paid to diagnose nobody. And it's just, you know, it goes against the 12 steps anyway for me to be taking somebody else's personal inventory. But the truth of the matter is, if you're going to try to give someone is going to try to give me advice, then if I'm going to determine if I should take that advice or not, I'm going to judge that person. You know, there's a difference between slander and judgment. So I'm going to judge you to myself, and then might not necessarily say so to someone else, which would be slander if it wasn't true, though. So I realized that these people on this board are just people with jobs, and there's no global conspiracy against Andre Brown, and all I got to do is handle my business and be accountable for myself, and they're going to do their job, because that's the law, and that's what law-abiding citizens do. They just do their job. So we're going to see how it goes, man. And I'm hopeful. So lots of positive energy out there. I appreciate the prayers in the box. And anybody that wants to send support letters, please do. Like I said, Richard put the link up. Speaking of letters, I've been getting a lot of very good letters from from a variety of people worldwide, and I appreciate it. I'm presently immersed in this parole experience, just trying to get home. So I apologize if I haven't written you back. I still actually have all the letters, and I feel guilty about it. So maybe I'll come down and read them one day, and it's just answer them on the phone, because I just really don't have the time to sit down and write the letter. Every waking moment I'm writing in my autobiography or essays related to parole and experiences, so that I can come home and have this book to be able to put out there, so people can really learn about what my life was like, as opposed to just what's out there on the internet, or what how I've been defined by people outside of myself, and then we'll do our documentary and all of that. So it's a lot of information coming. So I want all y'all people to know that, that everybody that sat down and felt enough of a connection to me to actually send a letter in this age where snail mail is dead, I appreciate you, and I know that you also feel strong enough connection to hit me on Twitter when I'm home, or hit me on Facebook, and when you do, I will acknowledge you, and that'll be a lot easier for me. So just bear with me 102 days, and then I'll be in my waiting process to actually hit the house, and then we'll have all the access in the world to each other, and it'll be my pleasure to answer your questions and reply to your letters and your messages. So thank you to everybody for the support. I really appreciate it. I apologize for this period of silence that I just put everybody through. I know it's been a while since I put anything out, but man, I've been on my grind. I've been real productive, and this is all in line toward my goal of coming home and taking my rightful position as a leader among my peers in this West Coast hip-hop history. Where do I fit in? Where do I reside? I'm not coming home to be no average dude. And so it's just going to require an ability to effectively express myself, and an ability not just to rap no song. I'm not coming home to be no rapper. All respect of rappers. I'm coming home to be an effective communicator, even if that just happens to be in a song. My goal is not to just be expressing myself directly through no song. It's to be expressing myself, period. So when we have dialogue, we're going to have intellectual dialogue. When we have a song, we're going to have intellectual dialogue in that song. Even if your song is just about some bullshit, then it's going to be some intellectual bullshit on purpose. That's the plan. So, man, best wishes to everybody. I want to ask your thoughts and prayers for a close friend of my family that's going through some stuff, man. Send positive energy our way, so that our loved one can recover and be at her strongest in this particular time. So lots of love and optimism directed at Block Star right now. We need it. And thank y'all. We're coming home to do the same thing. Because accountability and being grown is gangster. The new G and G code is grown. Straight up. And I'm approving it 2016. I salute y'all. Block Star. Honorary for Sean Brown.